This is Radio Nepal. I'm DILA PRASAI with the news. The headlines first. 8th National General Convention of CPN Maoist Centre begins in Kathmandu. Prime Minister Sherbadu Deuba and top leaders of various political parties address inaugural session. Prime Minister Deuba says government will decide on MCC after holding discussion with political parties. And tens of thousands of passengers suffer as international airlines companies cancel flights, citing surge in COVID cases. Now the news in detail. The 8th National General Convention of the CPN Maoist Centre has commenced in Kathmandu from yesterday. Inaugurating the General Convention, CPN Maoist Centre Chairman Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda said the convention would leave a significant remark in national politics. Similarly, addressing the convention, Prime Minister and Nepali Congress President Sherbadu Deuba said the present ruling alliance would run till the full term of the government, as it was formed in a bid to implement the Constitution. The Prime Minister clarified that the alliance was not against any political party, as it was made for maintaining political stability in the country. Prime Minister Deuba further said the government would take a formal decision on MCC after holding discussion and consensus with political parties. He urged all not to stage protests having misconception regarding the pact and appealed all to trust the business of the government. Also addressing the convention, CPN Unified Socialist Chairman Madhav Kumar Nepal stressed the need for carrying out efforts to make a prosperous and equitable society, eradicating all forms of social anomalies. Likewise, CPN UML General Secretary Sankar Pokhrel stressed the need for unity and collaboration on the matters of nationality and national interest despite ideological differences among political parties. On the occasion, top leaders of other political parties also addressed the General Convention of the CPN Maoist Centre. 1,631 representatives of the CPN Maoist Centre are participating in the convention. Meanwhile, the CPN Maoist Centre has finalised the number of its central office bearers. The party's meeting held yesterday had proposed 15 central office bearers. Party's spokesperson Krishna Bahadur Mahara said the meeting of the Central Committee yesterday endorsed the proposal. According to him, now a 299-member Central Committee, including the 15 office holders, would be elected. The first National Senior Citizens Day has been marked across Nepal with various programs. On the occasion, President Bidya Devi Bhandari felicitated personalities from different walks of life on the occasion of the first National Senior Citizens Day yesterday. Centenarian personality and noted culture expert Satya Mohan Joshi, senior journalists Paida Brisal and Krishna Tamrakar, economist and first governor of Nepal Rashtra Bank Himalaya Shamsai Rana, among others, were honoured by the head of the state amidst a ceremony organised by the Social Welfare Council at Sheetal Niwas. Likewise, artists Madan Das Shrestha, former secretary Krishnahari Baskota, among others, were also honoured in recognition of their service to the cause of senior citizens. On the occasion, President Bhandari stressed the need for acknowledging knowledge, inspirations, experiences and skills of senior citizens and utilising them for the welfare of the society and nation. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Sherbadu Deuba has said it is the responsibility of all to honour and respect the elderly people. Addressing a programme organised to mark the first National Senior Citizens Day in Kathmandu yesterday, Prime Minister Deuba expressed the belief that the day would inspire all to emphasise on the secured and dignified living of the senior citizens by respecting and honouring them. Noting that the senior citizens are the leading figures and an important social heritage of any society, Prime Minister Deuba described the elderly people as the repository of knowledge, skills and experience. Nepal government from this year has decided to mark the National Senior Citizens Day in the 11th of post month of Nepali calendar every year in order to express respect to the senior citizens and to further ensure their rights and interests. Also speaking on the occasion, Home Minister Balkrishna Khat said the government was committed to fulfilling its responsibility to honour, care and protect the senior citizens. Likewise, Minister for Women, Children and Senior Citizen Umar Regmi stressed the need for respecting and honouring the senior citizens to make a civilized and well-cultured society. A total of 219 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in Nepal. The Ministry of Health and Population informed that 283 people recovered from the COVID-19 infection in the past 24 hours. Similarly, 2 persons died of the virus infection yesterday, taking the corona-related death toll to 11,585 in the country so far. You're listening to Radio Nepali AM English News Bulletin. We continue with the international updates now. Tens of thousands of airline passengers have been hit by the grounding of thousands of flights as a surge in COVID cases caused staff shortages. According to BBC, at least 7,000 flights have now been cancelled since Friday and over the Christmas weekend, as per FlightAware data tracking website. Chinese and US airlines appear to be the hardest hit, with further delays and cancellations announced for Monday. Companies say the cancellations are due to airline crews testing positive. On Sunday, more than 1,800 flights were cancelled. Desmond Tutu, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate who helped to end apartheid in South Africa, has died at the age of 90. President Cyril Ramaphosa said the churchman's death marked another chapter of bereavement in his nation's farewell to a generation of outstanding South Africans. Tutu was one of the country's best-known figures at home and abroad. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984 for his role in the struggle to abolish the apartheid system. Former U.S. President Barack Obama also joined the tributes being paid to Tutu. Obama described Tutu as a mentor, friend, and moral compass. A contemporary of Nelson Mandela, Tutu was one of the driving forces behind anti-apartheid movement in South Africa. A high-ranking United Nations official says he is horrified by the reports that at least 35 civilians have been killed and their bodies burned in eastern Myanmar, demanding the government launch a thorough and transparent investigation. 2 workers for non-profit group Save the Children remained missing after their vehicle was among several that were attacked and burned in the incident in Kaya state. More than 30 killed, bodies burned in Myanmar's Kaya state. A monitoring group and local media have blamed the attack on military troops. Now the Juno weather forecast for the country for today. Forecasting division says the weather is likely to be generally to mostly cloudy throughout the country. Light rain is possible at a few places of the country. There are also chances of light to moderate snowfall at a few places of the high mountainous region. Kathmandu's weather report now. Maximum temperature of 16.5 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 5.8 degrees Celsius. With this news, we have come to the end of this bulletin. But before we wrap up the headlines once again. 8th National General Convention of CPN Maoist Centre begins in Kathmandu. Prime Minister Sherbadu Deuba and top leaders of various political parties address inaugural session. Prime Minister Deuba says government will decide an MCC after holding discussion with political parties. And tens of thousands of passengers suffer as international airlines companies cancel flights citing surge in COVID cases. Well, that's all that we have for this edition. Our next English news edition is at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website www.radionepal.gov.np for more news and online programs. Stay tuned, stay safe and have a good day.